Hello and welcome everyone to the digital platform of Asimit Education. Today in this class we will discuss about the preparation strategy for the students. Friends, while we start preparing for any competitive examination, we should be aware with certain points. So today in this short video presentation we will cover the most important points what we need to know during our preparation time. So let's begin. The very first point for the preparation comes that when we should start our preparations for any competitive examination. So my suggestion for this that you should start as early as possible so that you can cover the entire syllabus at the comfortable speed and you have ample of time left for the revision. Always keep the syllabus copy with you so that once you have covered the topic you highlight it down so that you can come to know that you have covered that topic, and once you have highlighted sufficient number of topic it is going to boost your confidence. So 100% of coverage of any syllabus should be your priority. Once the syllabus is covered you can go for the revisions. The second point which comes in our brain, that where should we find the subject matter, from where we should study. So we can have a whole lot of books, but we should not refer the number of books for the same topic. Rather we should stick to some standard textbooks in which we may not have certain topics which can be covered from the internet. About environment of preparation, it should be free of any distraction and noise, and if it is possible for the candidate should join the good library because it provides some ambient environment for the studies, and we should try to avoid using our cell phones while we are studying. For that we can keep our cell phones away from our reach while we are preparing. How much number of resources we should refer while we are preparing for any competitive examination? So it is advisable that you always limit your resources and stick to some standard textbooks for the subject, or at most 2 books for that particular subject. And again, never read the same topic from multiple textbooks. It would consume some extra time and of course it may confuse you as well. So in that time you can study some another topic. So shift to another textbook for only for those topics which are not present or adequately explained in the primary source. Even if you are not finding that in the textbook, you can refer to the internet, but you should always try to refer some standard textbook only rather than number of books. So this is again a valid question, that how much portion of book we should cover while preparing for the competitive examination. Well, this is subjective. You can have lots of knowledge studying the book from start to end, but for the competitive examination you should be very much streamlined and you should avoid studying the topics which are not important for you. So whenever you have to study the book, read only the mentioned topic of your syllabus from the book and ignore all the other things before your examination, and that is going to save you a whole lot of time in which you can go for the revision of your syllabus. While studying any standard textbook, we should always take the short notes so that we can quickly revise later on whenever we need to revise. And we should take those short notes on generally A4 sheets, so whenever we have to add something extra we can add the extra sheets. Bulky textbook is not suitable for the multiple revisions while you are in need of revision, your examinations are near. So those short notes which you have made will be actually helpful while revising the topic and attaining you the good rank in any examination. So rather than just studying the syllabus, we should also analyze the previous year papers, because analysis of previous year papers can give us the type or format of questions which are being appeared in the past year examination, and on the analysis of past year examinations we can also guess the upcoming examination question pattern, and that is going to help us achieve the good rank or even the top rank in the examinations. So when we should start attempting the numerical problem? If your competitive examination contains numerical problems, then when you should start to solve it? Most of the students do when they complete the syllabus, then they search for the numericals and they try to solve it. But this is not the right strategy to solve the numerical problem. Rather, first we should complete the topic, and then if there are numericals based on that topic, we should try to solve those numericals at that very time. And if we are not getting the numericals in our textbook, we should try to search those numericals on different e-platforms and try to solve it immediately after completion of that topic. Again, a question comes, how to solve a problem? Generally, if it is a multiple choice question, you should adopt two ways. The first way, that if you know the correct answer, and second way, if you do not know the correct answer, you should try to eliminate the incorrect options so you can reach up to the right answer. So to develop your elimination skill, you should analyze every option of the question and give reasons why this particular option should be wrong, and you can reach to the correct option. And even if in your practice session you are able to solve a problem by intelligent guesswork or by elimination method, you should still read about the options and try to know the exact reason for its elimination. That is again important during solving a problem. Before solving the numerical problem, we should analyze it, and we should always read the units and parameters mentioned in the question, and we should also look for that up to what decimal places we have to answer, and we should try to give our answer including the significant figure, etc. Be always careful while reading the problems. Always read the questions very carefully, whether the question is asking about the correct or incorrect options, whether it is asking the arrangement option, so the options should be arranged in increasing order or in decreasing order. So by seeing the question carefully, by reading the question carefully, you can attempt the correct option. So you should always try to formulate the problems. Once you have done certain problem, based on the trend of the latest problems or the question, you can always predict the new question which can appear in your examinations. We should always memorize the factual stuff. There is nothing like bad memory or good memory. Whatever we focus, we becomes. So if you try to remember the things slowly, you will be able to remember the things. And in order to remember the facts, you should make your mnemonics. For example, if you have to remember the order of periods, Triassic, Jurassic and Cretaceous, so Hindi students can make the mnemonics like tu jo kahe, and English medium candidates, they can make mnemonics like come join together. So develop your own mnemonics, don't go on any others, because in order to remember that mnemonics, you will have to make more mnemonics. So wherever necessary, then only develop the mnemonics. Do not develop unnecessary mnemonics as well. So when we should go for the revision? Actually, whatever you have studied, you should revise at least once in a week. So because revision is the key to the success in the competitive examination, and if you are leaving everything to revise at the last, it will be tough to recall the things. It is better that if you revise anything within 24 hours, the most of the portion you can grasp it very easily, and if you revise it once again within a week, it becomes almost stable part of the memory. So always keep on reading, understanding, practicing and revising the things that belongs to your competitive examination. So regularity versus the hard work. So we should be occasional hard worker or regular scholar. So it is advisable that you go with the regularity, that even if in a week for 2 or 3 days if you study the 12 hour, your resultant will be only 36 hours. But if you are studying only 6 hours a day in a week, so you will lead to 56 hours. So rather than being occasional hard worker, be a slow regular worker. So you can study for 4 hours, 6 hours, but that should be continuous rather than studying 12 hours at a day and taking the another day break. So while you are a regular student who studies 4 to 6 hours daily, you should not study those 4 to 6 hours straight. Rather, you should take the breaks every 60 minutes. So this will help you to keep your brain calm, and you will be able to absorb the informations whatever you have studied in the last 60 minutes. You should always know that quality study is much more important than the number of hours spent with the books. While preparing for any competitive examination, we should always make our daily targets. If you make your daily target for finishing the topics or practicing the problem, make then the weekly and monthly target as per your comfort and availability of the time. And you should always try to cover at least 75 to 80% of those targets. The short term and long term target completion gives us the sense of accomplishment and keep our preparation on the track and keep us energized. Breaks are again an important part of your life. So every fortnight, that is after studying 15 to 20 days, you should take a complete day off and you should do the work what you love to do. It may be making the music, listening to the music, reading to the books which are different from your preparations. And you should also try to take good sleep, at least 6 to 8 hours daily sleep while you are preparing for a competitive examination. So together with making a strategy and studying, we should also involve ourselves for daily workout of at least 30 minutes. That daily activity of 30 minutes will make our remaining 23.5 hours more productive. So we should always go for some yoga, some jogging, running, etc. And we should involve ourselves in the physical activities for 30 minutes. What we eat that affects your body and the brain. So we should try to avoid the junk foods and we should try to eat the balanced diets. You can also join our YouTube channel and you can join our live batches for JAM, GATE and CSIR preparations. You can always contact on the WhatsApp contact that is given in the slide. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.